Welcome to Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to do an oil change on this 2020 Hyundai Palisade. It's going to apply from 2020 all the way to 2025. This will apply to the Kia Tellurides. All right, parts and tools needed are going to be the oil. We're going to need about 6.9 quarts of oil, a filter, a funnel, a socket wrench, torque wrench, 10 millimeter, 17 millimeter, 27 millimeter sockets, as well as a flathead for the clips and an oil pan. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up our hood. It's going to be right here, the latch that opens it up. It's on the driver's side kick panel. All right, now we're going to go ahead and look for the lever over here. Should be right there. Just go ahead and swing it to the left, or to the right, or left, sorry. Hood should stay open. And then we're going to look for our oil cap. So it says 5W30, which is what we got. Just going to go ahead and loosen it up. Possibly. Should not be this freaking tight. There we are. All right, we're opening it up because we want to, it's going to make the flow of oil flow faster. So now we're going to go under the car. All right, we're going to go ahead and jack up our vehicle. So we're going to use a floor jack, but if you're using the traditional jack, the pinch point is right there. So let's go ahead and jack it up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a jack stand under the subframe. All right, and then I'll lower the vehicle just a slight bit so that it rests on the jack stand. All right. So the oil filter and the drain plug are kind of in this area. So in order to really access it, you're gonna have to take this cover off. It's held in with a bunch of 10 millimeter bolts, as well as 2 clips. So the clips here are missing. I guess they probably broke them or whatever. So you would use a flathead to do that if you needed to pop them out. But we're gonna go ahead and get the 10 millimeters out. I don't even think that's in. We'll just mess with it. All right, now we'll we have another one in here. All right, and then we'll pop those clips out if you have them. Looks like this is just going to be a pain in the butt. So let me see if I can get it out somehow. Sweet. All right, got that off. Now we expose our oil filter housing as well as our 17 millimeter drain bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna use a 27 millimeter socket on this nut end, and then we'll go ahead and lefty-loosey. Okay, so we have it loose slightly. I'm gonna go ahead and get my drain pan because it's gonna leak oil. Totally missed the mark on that one. go. So we're going to drain out the rest of the oil there. And then the filter itself is the cartridge type style, so we're just going to go ahead and pull it out. Okay. And there should be an O-ring here. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can pick it with my finger. Otherwise, use a screwdriver or a pick tool. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and we'll put the new filter in the new O-ring. All right. So I went ahead and wiped down the housing just a slight bit, but I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with some brake cleaner or parts cleaner. Kind of just clean it up as best as we can. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get oil in it anyways. All right. So now that we have it cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and get our replacement filter out. So it's a cartridge style. And the good thing is they give you a new O-ring as well as a new crush washer for your oil drain plug. So we're just going to go ahead and insert this here, and we're going to push it down just like that. So it needs to be around this. Literally has to bottom out. Now that we have that in place, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And then I'm going to get my, you can use clean oil. I'm just going to use whatever was drained out. I'm going to go ahead and just lube up the ring here. I'll probably just place it in there. All right, so it should be nice and lubed. And so basically it's going to go into this little section right there. Okay, make sure that it's not looking like that. You want it to be flat in there. Looks like it, oh, whoops, I caught the threads. Almost got me. We're going to want to be in there. There we are. So we want it to be nice, just like that. Now we're going to go under the car, and we're going to go ahead and start screwing it in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and screw in our filter cap here, the oil filter cap. This is torqued down to, I believe, 25 foot-pounds. So I don't have a socket. I don't have a torque wrench for this style, so I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it as best as I can. Because this is a 1/2 inch, I don't have a 1/2 inch torque wrench, unfortunately, at the moment. All right, let's give it a couple whacks. That should be good. And now we're going to go ahead and focus on the 17mm bolt there. I'm going to do this because I put the jack stand in the stupid place. And in the meantime, while that's draining, I'll go ahead and take off the crush washer since they gave us a new one. Just put it on there. It doesn't matter what way you put it. It'll crush no matter what. All right, so once it's finished draining, we'll go ahead and put the plug in. All right, so now that we have our oil drained, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the bolt back into place here. If it wants to go in, there we are. Let's clean it up a little bit here. Okay, we'll shift our pan over. Now we're gonna go ahead and torque it. This is 30 foot-pounds. All right, now that we have that all torqued up and everything, just gonna make sure that we wipe everything down. This car previously had an oil leak in the oil filter housing, which we replaced. So we will include that video later. But Just want to clean the pan up and just make sure that we don't have any more oil leaking, because this guy's oil was all the way down to the, like, literally looked like it had no oil on the dipstick. So all right, now we'll go ahead and put this splash cover back into place. I'm gonna go ahead, I think this thing is broken off, so we're just gonna ignore that. You can see right here, I guess it got torn off because the screw probably rusted in there. So we're gonna go ahead and just start putting some bolts in place here. And put one there to hold it, and then another one here to hold it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get our socket wrench on this. These don't need to be insanely tightened. Oops, I forgot that one's broken. Go for this one. And then if you have your clips, you'll just go ahead and insert them there. That's it, we're done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put our funnel in here, and then we'll go ahead and get our 5-quart jug over here, a 5W30. I'm just using this because they had a special with a filter and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and, this is full synthetic, by the way, so that's what's recommended for this engine, I believe. All right, now that we finished pouring in the oil, we're gonna go ahead and put the cap on. Okay, so we have the cap in place. Now we're gonna go ahead and lower the vehicle so we can check the actual oil level. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and raise our vehicle up a little bit more from the jack stand. Now we're gonna go ahead and go under the vehicle, get the jack stand out. Okay, gonna lower it down. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check out our dipstick now. Just, it's right here, it's all yellow, so it's not hard to miss. So, looks like, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down. There should be oil on here, yep. So it looks like it's a little bit over, but we're pretty much right on the money. So that's it, we're done. Thank you for watching Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we just showed you how to do the oil change on this 2020 Hyundai Palisade. It's going to apply from 2020 all the way to 2025, as well as the Kia Telluride. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.